Hello, happy day. Thank you for visiting my channel. If you're new here, my name is Miriam. I'm a numerologist, and I've been given a lot of titles that sometimes I identify with. So, um, I basically am here to talk with your angels and your guides and give you the message that they have for you. And some of y'all are not new here, so thank you for visiting my channel once again and clicking on my face once again. That being said, the role model that you are meant to be is not the one, though, that you are criticizing within yourself. In fact, the role model that you're supposed to be doesn't criticize yourself like that. This is something that I feel like I have been trying to say, and either the right person hasn't heard it yet, or not enough people have heard it yet, or whatever. But listen up, okay? Hear me when I say this. You are on a journey of self-love. That's why you see my face. Hi. Hello. So nice to see you. And you have gotten better at your self-love. And when you start at the amount of just grains of salt of self-love, you got a lot of grains to build and to compile in order to have enough to, I don't know, what you doing with the salt? Curing meat. You know, there's a dish where they cook fish in salt. They completely encrust it. I think they could cook other things encrusted in salt, but that's one that I saw was a fish, a whole fish, and they encrust it in salt and they bake it in the salt. And you need a lot of salt to bake that fish. Because even a little fish, even like a tiny fish, you were eating like a little sardine or an anchovy, it would still take so many grains of salt in order for you to completely cover that fish. Okay, I'm talking about the salt a lot. The salt is purifying. 303 as I was saying that. The point is you've been instead of collecting salt, you've been collecting grains of, I don't know, arsenic. I don't know. Does that come in grains? Oh no, that's a spore. I was talking about that. Grains of ant poison. That's what you've been collecting. And those little grains of ant poison are the things that you tell, mean things to yourself. Like, I use this example a lot. Calling yourself a stupid B word as opposed to, oh, you're a silly gal. And even when you start to call yourself a silly gal, you'll almost feel cringed out at yourself and not want to do it. And you want to bully yourself a little bit and be like, ugh. But that's how it works, my dog. The cringe is your ego dying. The, oh my God, I'm being so silly, is the ego dying. Or at least being attacked. Being the hit dog. There's that saying. If you throw I don't know how it goes, but it's like, if you throw a rock into a pack of dogs, the one that cries is the one who got hit. So if you're out here saying you're unaligned, you have so much hatred in your heart and you don't know how to give unconditional love to yourself, so how do you expect to give unconditional love to everyone else? And then somebody's like, how dare you? And they're like, you're talking specifically about me. Like, whoa, I was not talking about you. You didn't even come to my mind. But clearly, I was throwing stones. Don't be also like, why is somebody throwing a stone into a pack of dogs? Because my thing is like, you're trying to hit a dog. It doesn't matter which dog. You're clearly throwing a weapon that will cause one of those dogs to be hurt. So that's what I want to know. Where are these sayings coming from? But might have been a time where there was just wild packs of loose dogs who were just coming for you. 555, as I say that. But maybe the dogs aren't coming after you no more. Maybe they're behind a cage. Maybe they're not so feral. Maybe you just gotta be in a new neighborhood where there ain't so many packs of dogs that you gotta defend yourself with stones. Words are weapons, and lots of times we use those words against ourselves, those weapons against ourselves. Most of the time, I won't even say lots of them, a majority of the time, like 90-10, like 90% of the time, you are using these words or that are limiting, not even just necessarily outright mean, because those are a little bit easier to see. Those are things that you're able to grasp a little bit more. Because it's like, yeah, if you're calling yourself a stupid B word, then you're calling yourself a stupid B word. Those are clearly mean words. But what about whenever you're saying what if or just or can't or need, I need it. Um, there are certain languages, all these words, but we're saying them as silent mantras within us. And those are far more powerful than any words spoken. Even Tauruses who are ruled by the throat chakra, um, the throat chakra still exists in the psyche. Um, you're still able to speak to yourself within your mind through your chakras and have your mind's eye visualize the things that are there. And when we are saying these silent things to ourselves, and even sometimes we'll still say stuff out loud, but then we'll continue the cycle inside. That's the, what's it called? Penultimate boss. what's the what's the common enemy within yourself that all of these things have, all of the egos have? And a lot of times, I mean, not a lot of times, pretty much all the time, it's fear. A lot of egos are born out of fear of being physically hurt, fear of being emotionally hurt, not fitting in, fear of whatever there is to be afraid of. Because honestly, we lack a lot of faith in this society. Because even people who follow religions that like in all the religions, you can still see how much they're moving in fear and not in faith, not in unconditional love. And God is love. You know what else is love? Fire is love. Because there is the fire within the heart. Revelations, baby, 909. I've said this before, but I'm going to say it again because if this is the first time you're seeing this and all this other stuff has been said and you've stuck around this long, I'll talk to you about Revelations. I'm not going to use the words or whatever because it's all different books. But at one point, Jesus or God, the divine word comes through a burning bush and says, I am love. I am love. Revelation says that the world will end in fire, right? Something like that. And everyone thinks of the actual flame as opposed to the sacred flame. And Revelations isn't saying that, the world is going to end. It's saying that this version of the world is going to end, just like many versions of the world have ended. The world ends every day for someone, and we're always so concerned about our own mortality that this is how we build our egos. And I feel like a lot of your egos specifically were built out of self preservation because honestly, it feels like you're someone who had to always stand up for yourself because no one else was actually quite understanding what was going on with you. Like you were being treated like almost like you were doing it on purpose or something, but no one really had your best interests at heart. Like almost from the beginning. And that's weird for you because like the type of person you were able to mold a different reality to where you could still find love in those times. And as an adult or as you get older and you realize the things that have happened that you're like, oh, those are tainted memories now. And that's valid to feel that way. And what I would like to say, who else would you have lived your life? Who else would you have would have put in your position to learn the things that you learn, and then execute actions based off of the things that you've learned in life? I ask you, how else were you going to see the bigger picture if your nose was stuck to the painting? Your self preservation has been something that's almost been looked down on too. Like, how dare you go and seek asylum within yourself? How dare you take your energy away from people who don't deserve it and set boundaries? And a lot of times you're just like, and it's something that you've been doing since you were young, 13 as I say this, okay? And that was to maintain a foundation that you were building because, like, your soul understood far before anyone else, okay? Even yourself, even you, what the mission was. And that foundation has been laid since you were young. That started in your childhood. A lot of things started in your childhood. It was like many journeys. And I'm not saying that for sure that you're going to be the main character of the world, but a little bit that's what it feels like. It feels like you specifically are going to feel it finally. Because honestly, when you think about it, we are all of our own main characters in our whole life. Like, that just is what's happening for you. Okay. And the thing is like, how come there just can't be a story about an NPC, as people say, non playable character? Every character is playable. All you need to do is mod the system. Okay? That's how it works. It's programming. An NPC is not real. An NPC is just someone who has this is just a character that hasn't been modded yet and given access to control. But when it comes down to it, we are not characters in a game. We are the character in our game. 1515 as I say this. This is about expansion and love and really like taking a more relaxed view on this starting stuff and relaxing into your heart chakra because it's going to be fun for you. It's on a little bit something it's a partnership that you're building with yourself over time. And so sometimes I feel like even the way your guides talk to you, it's like they're wanting you to even set boundaries with them. And sometimes it feels like you just have to believe in yourself. But then I heard something about believe. Oh, believe has the word lie right in the middle of it. There was this, I think it was Harry Houdini. He really, really didn't like psychic mediums and all that. And so when he died, he told his wife a word and only his wife. And she held like stuff for like, come on out. And you just tell me the word that he's saying, then I'll be able to believe you. And they never said the word. No one ever said the word. And the word was believe. And he's told her the reason why he chose the word believe is because right in the middle of it has lie. It's BE, lie, VE. Right? Oh no, yeah. BE, lie, VE. There are so many things about the words that we speak that we don't even realize. Faith is different than believing something. And a lot of times people lean on belief over comprehension. And belief is blind in a way that is not faith. Faith is with vision. Faith is with having the mind's eye to see and comprehend the penance that you're taking, the blessings that are given to you. Faith is not blind, but believing can often cloud judgments in a way that when someone's beliefs are they feel like they have to defend a belief, that often comes from fear. Not saying that everything that you believe is a lie, but a little bit, probably, because what the heck isn't even anything? No, that's it. I'm really busy lately, and I just want to say thank you to everyone who's been supporting me and getting readings and yeah, it's really been a delight. I thought that if I didn't post every single day or something that, people would be, they wouldn't necessarily want to hear my call um, or to speak. But quite the opposite has happened. It appears that because I'm being authentic to myself, those who are able are seeking my guidance and it's so nice because it's like I don't even have to worry about it because like my guidance specifically, like I get to just like kind of zone out and let it happen, and then I feel good afterwards. I have good energy, and there was a long time in my life that I thought I wouldn't be able to find something that I enjoy doing, but giving readings and all of that is something that I've been enjoy doing. It's funny, the changes that have been happening will be reflected on this channel a little bit. It already is. My background will be a little bit different, but things have been good. Is what I will say, and things have been a blessing. And so I just want to say thank you, and y'all know who you are. um, oh, and thank you to the patrons on my Patreon. There's a free Patreon. Y'all can just pop on there for free. Y'all should be able to like access like a group chat for free. So if y'all do want specifically, if y'all have questions specifically for me or whatever, then you can put it on there and I will respond to them. It's free to subscribe. Every once in a while I'll post stuff on there, but right now I'm pretty much silent on all the medias, um, because sometimes you gotta just be moving and doing things and praying. And prayer is something that doesn't just come with please God. It says, hey God, I'm ready for this gift you have for me. And here's, let me show you, because I have a whole space that I built for you to give me that gift. I have everything needed in preparation so that gift may land in a soft embrace. Okay. Um, yeah. So much love. I'm gonna go do the thing. I have to go to another location now. But in the meantime, lovies, y'all keep a lookout for the numbers and stay safe.